Albert Breer put out a report that, Ben Johnson potentially might not want to take on the Bears job. He might prefer to take on the Jaguars job. And I understand it. Trevor Lawrence, Brian Thomas Jr., what he's done over there, he has more opportunity to choose who his GM will be. He gets more direction of the whole team, overlook of the whole team. So I think that might be a little more attractive. I understand that. Trevor Lawrence, he has potential to be a top 10 quarterback. We've seen him at his best. He's been one of the best quarterbacks in the league. The playoff game, threw 4 interceptions, but still came back and beat the Chargers in the second half, bounced back from that, and he got his money. And whether you think he deserves it or not, he's still a really good quarterback under the right circumstances. So Ben Johnson, Trevor Lawrence, that duo would be special. That duo would be really special. Brian Thomas Jr. in that offense. There are some still good pieces on that team to make it attractive. And the opportunity to not have to be tied to a GM that you might not trust, a Ryan Poles. Who knows? Maybe the Bears are going to give him that same pitch. Hey, come here. You'll be able to choose whoever you want as your GM as well. Hopefully they do. But I could see the Jaguars being an attractive spot. And I think Ben Johnson would cook with Trevor Lawrence. And Trevor Lawrence would be back in that top 10 conversation. But the Bears' job is the most interesting job in the NFL. Caleb Williams, potential Patrick Mahomes. We've seen the flashes. This is a guy that's dominated in the fourth quarter, that's played really well against his NFC North opponents, minus the last times they faced, minus when Thomas Brown is his head coach instead of his OC. Caleb Williams has shown that he could be a generational quarterback. It's just not been consistent enough, and given the circumstances that he's under, it's understandable. He's not a generational quarterback right now this season, but he will have a generational career. Mark my words. So Caleb Williams, pairing yourself with him. The Bears have $80 million in cap space, and they have 4 draft picks in the first 3 rounds. Caleb Williams is still on this rookie contract. Trevor Lawrence, he's getting a bag. You're already tied down to that money, so the cap flexibility isn't to the same level as it is with the Chicago Bears. They make some other moves, so you have even more cap space. The young talent is better on the Chicago Bears. So I think the Bears should be the more attractive destination. But looking at, the years of misfortune with quarterbacks, with coaches getting fired, just, how it's been a circus, organizational malpractice, how it's been ran, that could steer Ben Johnson away. But I think when you look at everything full circle and the potential, the Bears is the best job. Ben Johnson, if he comes to Chicago and he wins with Chicago and he does his thing, he's going to be praised. Coach of the year. Matt Nagy won Coach of the Year his first year with the Chicago Bears. What you do in Chicago, making it look really good, turning shit to Shinola, making things look good in Chicago, it looks a lot better. Trust me, it looks a lot better. And Chicago fans, as passionate as they are, they're saying sell the team. They're saying everything they're saying right now. If you help Caleb Williams be who he's supposed to be, man, you will be loved and cherished forever. You will get a statue. So, but I see the side of, him having to coach against Dan Campbell, him having to coach in the NFC North. I mean, you look at Minnesota, Kevin O'Connell. You look at the competition in the NFC North, it's a lot tougher than it is in the AFC South. I mean, Titans, Texans. Texans are the best team in that division. Anthony Richardson, we don't know what he's going to be as a quarterback. The chance to win over there is easier. But if you want to go get a Super Bowl, come to Chicago, turn things around, bring in the right pieces, you have better chance with Caleb Williams at quarterback than you do Trevor Lawrence. And I did a video already. I said Caleb Williams will put up better numbers than Jared Goff. The weapons in Chicago are better than they are in Detroit. So Ben Johnson coming over here, he has a lot in his arsenal. DJ Moore, you could use him like St. Brown. You have Keenan Allen, if you bring him back. You have Rome Odunze, Swift. You just need to get another running back, maybe the running back from Arizona State. Roshan Johnson, you really can't trust him too much, but there's a lot of stuff you can use and be creative with. Offensive line, that's obviously the most important issues, the most important needs. Bring in your guy, Ray Agnew, assistant GM in Detroit, and let's turn this shit around. So I think, the Bears' job should be the most attractive. It should be the best spot. And I think it is the best spot for Ben Johnson. I think he has the most opportunity to win games over here in Chicago opposite Jacksonville. But I do see why he could potentially favor that, spot. Just, it being a less dysfunctional. Having the opportunity to call all the shots is attractive, but you want to win. You only get so many chances to be a head coach in the NFL. So Chicago coming over here, turning things around, you'll get a lifetime contract damn near. And he's a young head coach. But I would want him to get an extension done with, Keenan Allen. I would want him to stay with the Chicago Bears for maybe 2 or 3 more years because he's coming off his best season last year with the Chargers.